Hello, and thank you for joining us once again at Who's Who at WNYLRC. WNYLRC is the Western New York Library Resource Consortium. I'm your host, Omar Brown. I'm one of the co-chairs of the Preservation Committee. And joining us today is Kenney. Kenney is the Engagement and Education Service Coordinator at WNYLRC and Project Manager for Ask Us 24/7 New York State's Virtual Chat Reference Service. Caitlin, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. I just want to ask you a few questions, Caitlin, and just elaborate, as much as you can, or as much as you like to. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Sure. I got my library degree at UB in February 2012. And since then, I've worked in a combination of academic and public libraries. I previously worked at SUNY Erie City Campus and North Tonawanda Public Library prior to joining WNYLRC. I started at WNYLRC in February 2018, and I coordinate the professional development classes, which are currently online right now due to the pandemic.
Right.
And I manage the chat reference service, like you said, which is comprised mainly of academic libraries all across the state.
Oh, okay. What I didn't know you actually graduated from UB. That's very interesting.
Yes.
How did your skills prior to joining the WNYLRC help you in your day-to-day tasks?
Well, I did a lot of reference services in my career prior to joining WNYLRC. And I also got to know a lot of people and made a lot of connections. One thing about WNYLRC is networking is very important. And I utilized a lot of those connections when I got the job here. I try and make this collaborative. I ask my colleagues about what kind of programs they would like to see WNYLRC do. I ask them all kinds of questions. I ask them what other type of resources they would like us to provide, what they need from us. I'm a people person, and I think that really helps with my job here too.
Oh, that's great. I know WNYLRC has a lot of committees.
Yes.
Can you tell me which committee that you chair or liaison for?
Yes. I originally, when I started, began liaisoning for the Continuing Education Committee. And with that committee, we've been working on coordinating the Unconference that started back in 2018, in October 2018. And since our beloved Pat Claybor is retiring this year, I am taking over the WNYLRC Library Assistance Committee and the WNYLRC Awards Committee, both of which she used to liaison. I liaison those now.
Okay, excellent. I'm fairly new to WNYLRC myself, and I've always wondered that what is this Unconference? Can you elaborate more on that, please?
Yeah, so the Unconference is a really cool idea that was brought to us by Mandy Shep, who were part of the Continuing Education Committee at the time. I think she's on preservation now. And it's meant to be a more collaborative approach to a conference. So instead of doing it the traditional way where you have a keynote speaker and you have your basic tracks of programs, we ask the community to submit the types of topics and programs that they would like to see, and we basically crowdsource the content of the conference based on people's suggestions. And it's been growing a little bit more each year. So I can't remember how many people we had last year. I think we probably had about 80 or 90 people in attendance. It was all held virtually last year as well.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's the Unconference. We have a theme every year, and we're already starting to work on next year's Unconference.
Oh, okay. Are you planning on also doing this online as well, or you're hoping that the pandemic would have passed by, whereas everybody can meet in person and do more personal collaboration?
We're actually talking about doing a hybrid approach.
Okay.
and having an online component and hopefully an in-person component as well. Depends on what.
Oh, oh, okay, excellent, excellent. Well, here comes the $1 million question for today. Can you tell us something that people would be shocked to know about you?
I don't know if there's anything that shocking, but I think people would be surprised to know that I am kind of outdoorsy. I really enjoy hiking, and that's been
Oh,
the good thing about the pandemic is getting to hike a lot this summer and this winter.
oh, wow, hiking. That is something that I know I wanted to try myself, but I'm not really. It's funny. I am a country boy to my heart, raised on a farm in the South, but there's a difference between going and running around in the woods and doing like little minor hunting, and then basically when you come into the North, where people are like, oh yeah, there's a hiking trail that's right over there. Let's go walk that path for hiking. So it's really different, even though it still involves the woods.
Hmm.
It's still a major difference in the direction you want to go is going up on the farm and just hunting in the woods, and someone who's like, hey, this is a sport and activity I'm doing. Let's go for a hike and go for a walk in the woods, Well, this right here brings us to a close. Kaylin, I want to thank you for joining us on our show today. And also, too, I want to thank our viewers for watching us at Who's Who at WNYLRC. My name is Omar Brown, and have a good day.
Members of WNYLRC are able to utilize a number of programs and services, including archival and digital services, Ask Us 24/7 chat reference, Ask the Lawyer, Empire Library Delivery, Hospital Library Services, InfoPass, and a professional development. Please visit www.WNYLRC.org to learn more.